But speaking of Amy and working out, because that's what this one is all about, ageless living and
Hmm.
fitness forever, right? Because it's so important at every single age. But do you know that most women over 50, in fact, only 23% of all women over 50 actually get the amount of um, time in the gym or the amount of time to focus on their fitness that they need,
Only
which
how many?
actually,
What
do you know,
percentage?
23% of women over 50 are meeting the recommended
Only
amount of
23%.
time a week, only
Mm. Mm.
23%. And what is the recommended amount of
Yeah.
time? Two and a
Uh,
half hours in a week. That's
Really?
moderate, not
Two and a
high
half hours a week.
intensity
So that
training.
includes walking too, then, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I walked my dog
So
today.
that number,
I didn't ride my bike yet, but I might still later. I didn't I didn't go to the gym, didn't go to the pool, but I did walk my dog. And I've got, two hills to walk up, so it's a little
that's
bit of
good. Yeah.
a little more
I
than
mean,
just walking straight on flat ground.
yeah. Um,
So it was about 45 minutes.
Good. That's great because our fitness is one of the most powerful tools that we have,
I
uh,
know.
that we could really make changes in our everyday life, longevity and quality of life. I mean, we know that
Mhm.
living around here,
How
sometimes,
much do you work out?
well, if you count skiing every day as a workout, which I
Mhm.
don't really think it does, I think the workout happens when you're just getting ready, putting on your boots, going to the mountain,
Yeah.
gathering all of
But
your
it is,
things.
I mean, it may not be what some people define as exercise, but it certainly is exercise. You're using your muscles. You have to be,
And
especially
and every
nowadays.
day I'm I was thinking about it today when I was stretching a client, and I get them ready before workout and after workout, and all of that pressure I'm putting on the other person, my muscles are engaged. Like I feel it. I have to
Exactly.
move my body with the stretching that I'm doing. Otherwise, I could actually really hurt myself.
Yeah, that's true. So answer the question then without that, all of that, and with that.
So
Since some people may not consider it.
in the gym, I am working out 3 days a week, which
Hmm.
my rule of thumb is if you want to improve your health, your fitness, your body,
Hmm.
you need to be in the gym 3 to 5 days a week for 60 minutes each time,
3 to 5. Wow.
3 to 5 to make a change. So I'm at the point where I just want to maintain.
Yeah.
So that's why really 2 to 3 days a week for me, doing a
Hmm.
hard workout, whether it's a cardio workout, a HIIT class, if I'm teaching a spin class, and then I like to do one day of heavy weights. For me, heavy weights, really push it.
Hmm.
Um, then that's been working out for me. I've
Do
been
you
blessed.
do you do any yoga or Pilates classes or
When I have the
other
time,
than that?
yes.
Yeah, other than
I
that,
like to definitely include.
because I think those really they
Yeah.
help us in more ways than just exercise. I don't know if I would. I mean, you don't count them as obviously they're not really aerobic. I guess they can be a little bit, but not much.
Some certainly can. I have a client right now who does, she's even doing a hot Pilates class, which is
Mm.
extremely intense.
Hmm.
Um, always depends on the instructor what you're going to get, right?
I would hate
Um,
that. I want to like my classes. I don't want to resent them.
that is true. That is true.
I'd probably faint too. I get sunstroke real easily in the summer, so when I'm hiking,
Uh, yeah, I don't think
so
the
I have to be really careful.
hot classes would not be
Hot
for you.
classes would not be for me. Yeah.
No. But it's doing what is good for you and what does feel good for you
Mhm.
that keeps you moving well and keeping you independent, right? Reducing any
Hmm.
risks of injuries,
Hmm.
because we don't want any of those age-related issues.
Right.
Yep. Um, because we know that physical activity reduces chronic diseases, diabetes, heart health issues, osteosporosis, which for
Hmm.
us, as we're aging,
Hmm.
is big. It's really, really important to
Yeah.
stay on top of that. Not
True.
to
Yeah.
mention our brain function, right?
Yeah.
How
That's
much
right.
better do we feel after we work out? We're at the gym or we take a long
Hmm.
walk or a hike, and it's
Yeah.
just so invigorating.
Hmm. It's true.
So for our mental health and our even our
Yeah.
memory, it's all very important.
Hmm.
We don't want to die
That's true.
prematurely
I
and
get, I'm always attracted to uh, things that, sometimes just pop up my email or something or online
yeah,
reading about health and fitness and aging. And, I just get really tired of I guess it would probably be a societal um more that
stereotype.
you have to, yeah, stereotype that, oh, well, you're just getting old. We all say that too. And it's like, that's not, I mean, there's some things that, yes, gradually can happen, but, or do happen. But I don't think that a lot of I don't want to believe that everything that that is out there in a stereotype is actually what I have to face when it comes to aging.
Well, that's where this whole program
The
is
mental
really all about
attitude, yeah, the
its
mental attitude
attitude
is
and
huge.
mindset and
Yeah,
being mentally strong and confident,
yeah,
right? Be otherwise, there's a great deal of depression that could sneak in if we
yeah,
keep
that's true. Yeah,
listening to all of that and um, not being joyful and grateful for what our body is able to do and you know not conforming to those
that's a big
societal
step. I think that's
norms.
something, I know it's something I have to think about is not conforming to
No,
those
we have to build that confidence in our
mhm,
in our bodies, and
and be
that
grateful. Yeah.
the brain is a muscle, and
Yeah.
we have to embrace our bodies and
Hmm.
take pride, as I said, in what our body can do. Set
Hmm.
small, manageable fitness goals that we can um, meet, that can
I can
boost
sure
our
tell
self-esteem.
yeah, for sure. Self-image has to do with all of it.
Yeah,
What's
just
flashing behind me? Wow, nothing's. That's weird. This light's not doing anything weird. Did you see that? That was
I didn't
flashing?
no. Oh,
There
I
it
do
goes.
see that purple. Yeah,
Huh.
maybe it's
I
your
don't know what
computer
that is.
screen.
What's going on? Anyway. Hmm. See what I started to say. I have when you and I was working with you, um, and that was about twice a month, as I recall.
Hmm.
Is that the
Yeah,
average was?
yeah.
I never felt better.
Oh
Um,
my gosh, that makes me feel good.
yeah, I mean, I was still doing some other things, but I always knew that you would make it fun and work out that I didn't always. I think it's helpful to have a trainer. I'd never had, as you know, I'd never had a trainer before,
Hmm. Hmm.
and it's helpful to have somebody be guiding you that this is a whole body workout we're going to get, or you're targeting specific muscles that, we really need to target
Yeah,
specific
and
parts of our body.
it was such a joy to work with you because you had such great dedication and
I've always I've done well with teachers. I just don't do well as well on my own. I love learning from people who are expert in things
it's hard for most people. It's hard for most people to um,
to
get
do
out
it
there
on
and
their
do it
own.
on their own and
Yeah.
uh, they just prefer a little guidance and a little
Yeah,
hand holding to make sure they're doing it properly. And that's what I'm there for.
that's true. Yeah.
And not only the strength training, um, is why we go to the gym and why that's so important,
Mm-hmm.
but it's improving our bone density, it's reducing osteoporosis, as I mentioned, which means it's also reducing fractures.
Boy,
It's,
that's the key. That's,
yep,
I think I read that 30, I've forgotten the percentage now, but it's a huge percentage of people who fall that die over a certain age.
right. So, keeping
Or if
weights
you
in
break it,
our,
it's not just falling. If you break a hip, that's what it is.
yeah,
The
keeping
percentage.
weights in our hands and building that bone density and creating more muscle mass is overall going to protect us
Mhm.
and our mobility too, that will prevent us from falling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. That's really bugging me, that light.
I haven't noticed that in the
Hmm.
last few times we met.
I haven't either. Yeah, I don't know what to do about it. Turn that light on in the back and see if that makes a difference. Oh, maybe it was just trying to. Oh no, that's really bright. Whoa,
That's
there.
a little better, yeah.
There we go. It's not quite so in your eyes.
So we're
Hmm.
always having to customize our workout routines too, to how we're feeling, what our health condition is,
Mm-hmm.
whether we have a shoulder that's about to be replaced or recovering from a replacement surgery. We
Mm-hmm.
have to always customize and create new goals when we come out of those circumstances or if we know we're going into them. And like, well, I know you're going into major shoulder replacement surgery, but how do you intend above and beyond the help of the physical therapist? And I know you're dedicated, so that's the answer for you. But are you going to schedule yourself to not only to work with your PT person, but to make sure you go into the gym and follow through, not just once a week with your therapist, but
Yeah.
maybe twice a week on your own?
Um, yes, I don't,
Yes.
I know that from my two knee replacements I've had that not only is the physical therapy critical, but the
Right.
things they give you to do are critical. Because if you don't do them right away, starting right away, or whenever they tell you is okay to do them, um, you just don't. You
Right.
don't ever get strong again.
Right.
And so I don't know what I'll find out a little bit more next week. And then I don't know exactly what else they will recommend that I do. I know that it's a gradual thing. Obviously, I haven't had a shoulder replaced, but I've had the knees, and that was gradual,
Mm-hmm.
um, but steady and consistent.
Right.
What I could do. I do have my PT scheduled for the next. I I had them send a
Great.
script into to AVH rehab, so I do have two a week scheduled for. I think it's 6 weeks, maybe it's 2 months. Can't remember.
Great. Perfect.
And I hope that I can do some things at home. Obviously, I can ride my bike, my exercise bike,
Mm-hmm.
which is behind me.
Perfect. Yep.
Um, and that'll obviously help the rest of my body. I'm don't, but the shoulder PT may be as much as I could do for a while on the shoulder itself. I don't know.
Right.
I was trying to do a few things the other day. I just took a 3 pound weight and was just, going. I can't do it up over my head, but I can do it
Right.
from from straight down up. So it didn't hurt. So I thought,
Okay.
all right, I'll keep doing that every day until surgery.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Last time we talked, we had a conversation because we were getting into some nutrition for longevity and
Hmm.
energy and um,
Hmm.
how's the foundation for both. We talked about Dr. Gundry, and I had a
Oh,
minute.
right.
Well, you said someone was saying something not so good about avocados, and we thought it might be Dr. Stephen Gundry, but I did look him up again, and it's still his favorite.
So
Um,
was it him? Okay.
no, because the
I
avocado is a fruit, it's not a vegetable, and he says it's the one fruit that you don't have to. What's the word that he used? You don't have to eat. You don't have to worry about how many you eat because it's just so good for you in every single way.
well, I haven't kept I don't remember where I read that, but I have read lots of things about how good. I mean, it's all the healthy fat that we need
Right.
that is makes it so healthy, makes it so good for us. But um, so I keep eating it. Yeah, I love them. I have,
Good.
I have, I probably have two a week. It's my favorite lunch is avocado toast.
Good. Good. You can even pour some healthy avocado oil on top
Yeah,
of it, or extra
I've got
virgin olive oil.
avocado. Haven't done that, but I have some.
Yeah.
I use avocado oil. Um, I think,
Um,
yeah, I think
so
I
just
eat pretty well, but I need to, I'd like to be more consistent. Sometimes we get lazy and I don't think we have, I don't think we have things that are bad for us, but we may not always eat in a rush or something. We may not eat as much of the healthy foods as we need to.
and last week we talked about you possibly writing down what you were eating to see if
Oh,
you
of
could.
course, I forgot to do that.
We're
Okay.
going to see if we could identify where um, how you feel after
Yeah.
you're eating certain things. Maybe it's good, maybe it's bad, maybe you don't even realize, but it's
Uh,
certainly a nice way to hone
yeah.
in.
Thanks
Yeah.
for reminding me. 'Cause I wrote it down here. That'll help connect to my brain.
Good. And do you have your water right there with you again today?
I do.
Very good. Okay. Hydration, hydration, hydration. It's critical. That's going to support your joints and bone density and our brain function.
Hmm.
Um, Dehydration is
And some
bad.
tea. I have my tea too.
Good.
This is a cinnamon tea, I think. It's really
Oh,
tasty
lovely.
anyway. Yeah, it's a, what does it say? Cinnamon spice. Yeah.
And you can't wait until you're thirsty to have a drink of water because then it's actually too late. It's not too late, but you've gone beyond um
Yeah. Sometimes in the
point.
summertime, especially or wintertime, I think it is more in the summer because I'm not that thirsty when it's not hot out. So I don't always think about it. I'm trying to really remember to do that. And isn't it healthy to start with hot water in the morning?
In fact, yes, that is true. And for me, I add a little lemon juice to my hot water in the morning before my coffee.
Hmm.
A little hot water with lemon, and then I get into my coffee.
Yeah, I like that too.
I just think yeah, it
I
kind of
don't
gets things
remember to do it very
moving.
often, but I do like it. I mean, I remember the warm water, but I don't always remember to put lemon in it.
Yeah, it's a nice touch. Drinking just warm water isn't all that fun.
Yeah, I
But
like it. I like warm water.
do you?
I do.
All
I've
right.
never liked like real icy water. My
Well,
daughter was just first thing she does is go to the freezer and grab a bunch of ice cubes. I don't know that
well,
it's as good for us.
right. Well, anything we can do to avoid being dehydrated, because especially for
Hmm.
women over 50, anyone in um, b- older adults, let's just say, dehydration is linked to cognitive decline, mood
Hmm.
disturbances,
Hmm.
particularly at our age.
I
So,
didn't realize that, I don't think.
yep.
I mean, I know it's good for everything, but didn't realize that specifically.
And supplements, did we get into supplementation last week at all?
I don't think so.
Very important for women are omega 3s,
Yeah, I take
vitamin
omega-3.
D, magnesium, B
Mm-hmm.
complex.
I was taking a B12 for a while. I think I know in my multivitamin there's the the B complex, but I was taking a specific B12 thinking it would help my energy, and she told me to stop taking it after a blood test showed I don't know what can happen if you get too much, but she said you don't need any supplements for it. You've got high vitamin B12 levels, so I
Um,
stopped.
well, that's good. I mean, it's really important to have blood tests regularly for that very
Hmm.
reason. Um, if we're getting what we need
Hmm.
from our fruits and vegetables, that's such a bonus. Um,
Right.
you know, supplementing, fortunately, is we're able to do that, but it's certainly better to get our what we need out of our whole foods that we are
Hmm.
supposed to be eating.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Did you have any questions after last week
Um,
or so far this week?
Not right now. I'll probably think of
Okay.
something when we hang up.
Ah. Well, you can always
Yeah.
reach out if that
Yeah.
happens.
Okay.
Um, let's see. Next
Oh
week.
yeah, I do have one. What
Yeah,
do you
go.
what do you feel about what's your sense of I'm going to call it a trend. It may be a healthy trend, but I'm not sure about the intermittent fasting.
Well, I would say that's something I've been doing for a long, long time before it was a thing.
Mm,
It's just the way I've always sort of lived my life. So for me, what that means is I really don't have anything to eat. I try to make it until noon. Usually it's about 11:30 because I'm either
mhm,
up early already working with clients or I've already had a workout or something.
mhm.
So I'm not strict about it, but I do think that's been very helpful for me, but also because I just don't feel great after any kind of breakfast foods as we know it. Now, when we travel, and when you're in Europe,
Mm.
there's always breakfast buffets, and it's certainly a good idea to.
And delicious pastries.
So, what we do, um, oftentimes there's a salad bar or salads, or you can always ask for
Hmm.
greens. Um, I'll have a salad for breakfast. And that's always a good way
Hmm.
to start the day. We have kind of some
You
weird
don't eat any dairy? Do you
um
eat dairy?
I do, I certainly do.
Okay.
That time of day I might have a little piece of cheese
Hmm.
from the local, farm or wherever we
Hmm.
are. But I'm not really into yogurts. I really don't have any milk in my diet. Cheese is fine. Bread and cheese and I get along just fine. Thank goodness.
Mm. I don't like eating. I mean, I don't get up early. I don't wake up early, but I don't like eating immediately when I get up.
Okay.
So in essence, my body's, I think, telling me, I don't think it's not truly, um, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not truly fasting, intermittent fasting.
It's just the way,
It's
yeah.
just I don't eat until maybe mid-morning to late morning. I mean, eating breakfast at 7:30 on Thursdays for Rotary is very unusual for me.
Okay. Okay.
And
Well,
then
that's a
I get
treat.
hungry. I don't necessarily get hungry if wake up and I don't eat right away.
And I think that's fine.
Yeah. I try to trust what my body's saying.
Exactly.
And sometimes then I don't always eat lunch. I'll have maybe a small snack, something like a little bit of cottage cheese or a slice of turkey and a piece of cheese and a rice cracker or
Yep.
avocado toast for
Yeah.
lunch.
Well,
But it might be 2 o'clock, It's not
and
the normal lunch things. I know they've said, I should really eat, supposed to eat your breakfast between 6 and 9 a.m. and then lunch should be 12 to 2. This is that acid watcher's diet that I was looking at, and
right.
consistency is important. And I don't know if my body doesn't work like that. So,
Yeah. I'm the type who will also, I wouldn't call it snacking, but grazing throughout the day.
mm-hmm,
Once I have something, it might be celery with peanut butter or
mm-hmm, yeah,
then a pear or an apple, a couple hours later. Every couple
right.
hours is kind of what I like to do. But and then I'd love to have a really nice dinner. Um, it's more important to me to be with family or friends when I'm eating than to just eat because
Yeah,
you're supposed to.
I
For me,
like,
it's all about the togetherness and
I agree.
sharing.
I think some of the most cherished times I've had or in my lifetime have been with friends and family over meals. And
Yeah.
and maybe that's just part of the way I was raised too. We always ate together, ate our dinner together, and even on the farm we would eat lunch together. Or then that was called dinner and supper. But
Right.
you know, because there were, they were both pretty good sized meals. Um, I'm surprised I didn't get overweight as a kid.
I think about the same
Uh,
as well. And the types of foods that I ate as a kid and really lack of understanding
yeah.
how food should be.
My
Uh,
mom was pretty good. She was a nutritionist before anything.
really?
Yeah, we used to go to I mean, Denver was our big place to go. That was 2.5 hours away, and we would go to the 16th Street, downtown Denver health food store, and I'll never forget. She would buy papaya juice,
Huh.
and she always loved avocados. I didn't like them as a kid, but I sure like them now. Um, And I just thought it smelled so funny when we walked in there. And she
Yeah.
would, she'd have millet and alfalfa, and she didn't always make us eat all that, but for cereals. Um, but we'd have, I called it brown bread, and all the other kids had white bread, and it's like I didn't like that. But she was doing that
Remarkable.
before it was a thing at all. So, and then being on a farm, we grew all of our fresh vegetables and some fruits we didn't have. We had to buy most of the fruits, but
Well, she was forward thinking.
she was.
You can appreciate it now,
So
probably
was my
not back then.
grandfather. She got it from her dad.
Huh.
And I remember him having a juicer and
Wow.
I don't remember what kind of things that he would drink, but he would make his own juice. So
That's
I
really
got it into my head that it was a good thing early on.
good.
But she still, and but it was still a farm and it was still meat and potatoes. We didn't have, I mean, fish wasn't something, fish were fish sticks,
Right.
frozen fish sticks.
Fried.
Kansas didn't exactly have at that time very many places where fresh fish was flown in every day, certainly not every day, and probably never any place where it was every week.
Yeah. Same here.
Mm,
We had Lake Erie perch maybe every
mm,
Friday night if we got some if we received any from family or friend who was up there
Did you ever
fishing.
go fishing for it?
Yep.
You did? Hmm.
I never did. No, no,
You
no.
didn't? Your family did, though. Other people in your
Right.
family. Hmm.
But and then they would fry it. So it was, yeah.
Hmm. Kind of defeats the purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But let me just say that just to kind of wrap up that because we're talking so much about fitness and nutrition that
Yeah.
both of those are not just about physical changes or how we look, but what fitness and nutrition really do for us. It empowers us to live a more vibrant life and a more confident life. And it's just going to make us feel so much better if we stay on top of those things rather than constantly catching up or, um, getting out of our routine. And then before you know it, you have to diet, you have to go to the gym 5 days a week. And it's just so much better to maintain. Um,
That's right.
Mentally, it's
Yeah.
better. Physically, it's better for your body to get to a point, and then just it becomes a lifestyle. And that's how we create long lasting changes.
Hmm. I agree.
So
Oh,
we're all right there. We're all in it in this together. So next week we'll get into the next module, which will be more about style and
oh,
transforming how we look at fashion and how we look at
oh,
style and getting out of those
nice.
um,
That'll be fun.
stereotypes where we think we should look a certain way at our age.
Uh-huh. Okay, why don't we see though if
Okay.
this isn't working with everybody else,
Okay.
what will work? By the way, I told my hairdresser that, she always asks, she said, what's on your plate today? Or what are you doing this week? Or what happened this week? What was new for you, you know? She's so cute. She's like 30
Ah,
and she's really
that's cute.
sweet. Um, she So I told her about this and she said, "Oh, that sounds fun." She said, "I think that's not just for women over 50, it's for everybody." She was like, "No, I like that for my age."
Yeah, really the 30 and 40-year-olds should be paying a lot of attention.
Yeah, exactly.
Now's their chance to get way ahead of it.
Yeah, that's really true.
I've heard
So,
that. I've heard that a lot. All right, so
okay.
I won't just send out a an invite with the date. I'll first send out a request to see maybe what a good time would be for everyone
Yeah.
next week and see if we can somehow.
I'm usually pretty flexible as long as I plan it in advance. So I don't I don't think, I mean, we have book club on, but that's random too. So,
Yeah. Okay. All right.
um,
Good advice. I will take
usually on a
that.
Thursday. Great. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks, Lori.
I'm not
It's always
sure if
fun.
enough certain if I'll see you tomorrow. I have that early client, so it just depends
Oh,
how I feel right after. And then don't
yeah.
forget you're going to the library tomorrow.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I remember that. I saw the note from Diane too. So,
Right. So if I do go, I'll definitely be
okay.
late.
All right. Well, hope to see you.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks, Jeanette.
Not. Thank you, Lori.
Can count
Bye.
on you.
Okay. Yeah. I
Thank
love it.
you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.